outside of just looking at like the profitability of accounts, and obviously like Seller App, you guys have a wicked tool to be able to look at like the profitability on a per unit basis, which is kind of the dream situation that we want to be able to achieve. Is that like we're looking at the 80/20 for brand stock more on the inventory side more than anything. So like someone has 100 SKUs, we have a supplement brand we're doing it for now. They're having inventory limits. We have all their products on an Excel sheet, and we're sitting down in the boardroom and going, okay, which ones are going to deliver the most revenue? Like if we need to fight a battle, we can't win all the sales. I wish we could, but Amazon punched us in the face once again, and now we're dealt with the cards that we're dealing with. It's Amazon's home court. We can't complain about it. So we looked at 100 SKUs. We're saying which ones are going to deliver the most revenue going into Q4, and which ones do we want to make sure that we're not going backwards in our marathon to grow on Amazon. So we're doing this same scenario, and we're looking at our sales, we're looking at profitability, but right now we're just looking at like what's best for the customer. So our top 20 SKUs, we're keeping those inside of Amazon. The rest we're transitioning out just to try to free up more storage space. So I think about it more from an inventory perspective, but when we just look at the overall profitability of accounts, it's really difficult to say. Like every category is a little bit different. My recommendations as brands start to look at from like a product sourcing is like one, know your numbers, not numbers like I sell it for this and X, Y, Z. No, like know your numbers inside and out, especially going into the next year with kind of everything slowing down and the recession talk and so on and so forth. Like you're gonna have to really crack down. So knowing your actual numbers there, your actual tacos. So when I say like your costs, it's not just like running it on a calculator to know what your Amazon fees are. No, like what's the freight cost, right? Are you using a fulfillment center? How much does it cost on a per unit with the storage, with the freight, with the inbounding on Amazon? Like really know those numbers inside out. Did you get photography done from a company? Add that into the cost, right? Your advertising, do you have an agency running it? Do you have a platform? Do you have a software? Do you have a freelancer? Like add all of these things in and then break it down to your actual profitability, because you might be looking at SKUs that look profitable, but actually XYZ, maybe it's oversized. So then the warehouse charges you more, whatever those situations are, know those numbers inside and out. And I think my last point there is as you guys are looking for new items or looking to launch new products, we're just seeing an overall trend of higher priced items. There's like less price elasticity in terms of like consumers are willing to spend a little bit more for a more premium product. Even with everything happening in the world, brands are still comfortable spending more. And obviously your advertising is more strategic. You can cover more costs. You can invest more because a $60 product or $100 product, you just have more margin to play with. So I do truly believe unless you have a very aggressive cash flow strategy, that like the games of playing $19.99 or $24.99 items, like unless you've already got that market share, I think it'll be really difficult going into next year as things start to buckle down. And also like you can't do advertising and you're gonna have to spend a lot to be able to scale up. So I don't have a specific category in mind that I think is the most profitable, but we are seeing a trend that if you can get a price point, $49.99, $69.99, $109.99, like you're starting to get into a sweet spot, and whether it's a bundle, whether it's a specific product, like just expand your horizons of what the standard norm is. And it might mean that you can't order as much stock, but you can do a lot more on Amazon. And unless you have a really strategic game plan, I'm just seeing more brands go towards it. So there's a couple snippets there, but hopefully it answers your question.
Hey, it's Ria Mittal here. Before you leave, make sure to subscribe to Seller App's main YouTube channel where we upload all things Amazon and some how-to guides that will make sure that you're running on Amazon. You will not get this anywhere else. Until the next time, happy selling.